Same thing as yesterday. Want to start off with a statement from Coach Prusink.
First of all, I mean, it's, all the credit needs to go to Keene State on just an unbelievable performance. That was special. It was special to be a part of that environment. Special to be a part of that game. I'm not sure that I've been in a game before like that where they shot like that. That shooting percentage was absolutely unbelievable. But kudos to them. That was phenomenal on their side of things. We struggled to get open. I think, and I think our biggest issue was offensively to begin with. I think we, in games like this before, where teams have gotten hot with us, we've been able to kind of counter their punches a little bit. But defensively off the ball, we knew they were really good. Just keeping our guys from being able to get touches off the ball. And I think it took a little bit for our guys. I think in the second half we kind of realized, that ball movement's probably not going to be it tonight, and it's going to be more of us just trying to take them off the bounce, and which we did a pretty good job of in the second half. By that time, it was a little too late. But they just do such a great job off the ball pressure, not allowing you to get in your offense and to get into flow. So. But they did an incredible job tonight. Incredible job.
What kind of adjustments can you make when a team shoots 60% from the three-point range?
I wasn't going to say. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, that was one thing that we felt like going into the game that. They shoot. I'm not positive on this, but I think they're right around 33-34% for the year. And so going into it, I think Hunter was kind of our biggest our worry. But at the same time, we felt like we would give some up. We have a few zones that have caused some teams some problems. But when teams get hot like that, you just can't. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. And so adjustment-wise, to answer your question, I'm not sure if there is. That's kind of hard to tell your guys at the end of the game. But I felt like they fought for 40 minutes, in those circumstances. So
you had 4 fouls on Hunter and Seau and Linton. So you guys did a good job of putting some of their better players in tough positions. Was it just at that point in the second half there was too much of a gap?
Yeah. I think that was one of our goals coming into the second half was to get to the free throw line, slow the game down. And kind of get in those situations, and they did a phenomenal job of it. I think in the first, at the 4-minute mark, we said we wanted to have at least 4 or 5 fouls on. I think they had 4, and that was just going to be our adjustment of trying to attack the rim, and maybe less ball movement, try to just get some initial action right away, and that was very successful for us. The problem is when you do that, you come down and they hit a 3. It breaks you. It breaks you, and it's tough. And so, but I thought ultimately, I got to be proud of them for just keep fighting for 40 minutes. I mean, like you said, there's not a whole lot you're going to do, and you get a good stop. You go down there, you attack the rim, you finish at the rim. They go down there and knock down another 3. It's it's kind of like it takes the wind out of you a little bit.
Zubair, that was I think one of the better head-to-head matchups we saw in the paint between 2 athletic competitive bigs with you and Jeff Hunter. How much did you relish in that matchup there, and what were some things that you were trying to do? I mean, before you got into foul trouble, you were having a great night there.
I think I just wanted to be more physical with him. I saw after watching him the first half of Miram's game that he just loves to back down, loves to be physical. Like he can almost get a bucket whenever he wants, and I just didn't want to make it easy for him. I just wanted to stay low, stay grounded, protect the back doors. He's a phenomenal passer, so it's hard to just pressure him and just being able to know when to back off or just to pressure him. But he's a skilled player and shows All-American all around. And I just decided I would be physical. He could do pretty much everything. So I just tried to get in his head a little bit and just not let him get to where he wants, not let him get to his spots. And mean, I tried. I tried.
Zoo, it's too early to really break down the year and think about all that's happened. But as you kind of look at it from this initial lens, talk about your upperclassmen teammates and just what it's meant to play with this team.
An example, and before I came in here, I was just holding back tears because I love them guys to death. I came in with them, and they've always had my back. Never did we ever have cold blood. We had our ups and downs, but we're a team or we're a brotherhood, and that's expected. But we fought through all that adversity, and we made history for the most part in this year, and we got to the second round. And I'm just proud of them and proud of their leadership because without them, none of this would be possible.
So you talked about that you game plan for Jeff Hunter a lot coming in, and Octavio Brito ended the night with 40 points. Even though you said you game plan more for Jeff Hunter, did you game plan for Octavio at all? And if you did a lot, what did you game plan for?
We did game plan for him, and I'm not going to take anything away. I mean, the kid dropped 40. I mean, what can you say on that? It is, we were a little handicapped a little bit. Jerron, who's a phenomenal defender, an absolute phenomenal defender, and I feel like any other night, I'm not going to say he's going to shut him down, but he's not going to get 40. Jerron was actually sick all night last night, had to get an IV this afternoon, was throwing up, just got caught with the flu bug, and just one of those things. I do not want to take anything away from Brito. I think he is an absolutely phenomenal basketball player. But I think we were kind of hoping that Jerron would be able to have enough in him to be able to do a little more, and he just didn't. And that being said, too, I think again got hot, right? That was quite the performance from three, and so yeah, you sit there and you look at their squad, and Hunter and Brito are their two guys, and you got to try to take away one of them. And normally all year long, we stick Jerron on that other one, and then we focus on that on Hunter, and it's worked out all year long for us. And tonight it just wasn't that night.
Just one more quick question. Dan, as you saw some of your young guys, Duran particularly, jump into the action, big learning experience for them and for Zubair. How do we grow from this?
Yeah, I think this is since we took over the program 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, whatever it is. It's been building blocks, and I think whenever you try to start a program or take over a program, you want to build, and we had a phenomenal foundation that was set before we got here, and then all we're trying to do is to keep building on from it. And not a lot of people know about Eastern University basketball. They're starting to listen right now, and the reason that is because of not only these seniors, but the seniors before, and the seniors before, and the seniors before have done a phenomenal job just setting the example. Jerron is going to be, it's going to be pretty special to go from Kayshawn, who was unbelievable, all conference player, and I think all of us are kind of a little sigh of relief. We're going to be just fine with the point guard spot next year. He's going to have someone there that's going to be able to run a show with him. So having Zoo and him coming back together is going to be pretty special. And I wouldn't doubt they're going to be right back here.
So you're done.
I think.
Yes.